We're live. Here's Ken on the 71 CB350K3. It's a candy red model. I believe with 141 factory miles with all the factory equipment, including the tires. Original HM exhaust, shocks, paint that has not been touched up. Chrome on the bike is excellent.
Once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime, love at first sight. Look at this thing. It's the original, 100% original Honda red. Listen to the motor on this thing. 143 miles, perfection. You know, we've seen a lot of Hondas come and go, but in a lot of CB350s, CL350s, SL350s, restored ones, that kind of thing, but never have I seen an original 143 mile unit like this come through the museum here. Usually they've got thousands of miles and they've been ridden into the ground and then restored. These are super durable bikes. They are made out of high quality components, and the engine's revved to over 9,000 RPM, and they handle like a dream. So if you've never ridden one that's really dialed in, you're in for a treat. This thing is super, super smooth. Enough power for two-up riding. You can take it on the highway. Absolutely the most beautiful color. Red with the black and white stripe, chrome front fender. It's 100% original, unretouched. There's a couple of blemishes in the paint. We ordered for Marble Motors the correct touch-up paint, but I told the detail shop, do not put a paintbrush to this bike. They washed it and waxed it and polished it, but I said, do not touch up the motor, do not touch up the tank, leave the thing original. The original upholstery is in beautiful condition. The original handlebars is in great shape. The original levers has the plastic surface intact. The gauges are bright and clear and clean, just like the day they came out of the box. The chrome on the headlight nacelle is beautiful. Just a stunning piece. 100% original, right down to the tires. In fact, if you come around this side right here, it's got the Pennsylvania 1979 registration showing 112 miles on it. So in the last 40 years, it's got what? About 30 miles on it. So this was part of a collector that we purchased. You'll see, I think Junior said he's going to attach the video of Matt's collection. He had a super nice collection of all the Honda 250s, 350s, 175s. He had the Kawasaki triple collection. But this is one, I know there was a tear in his eye when this one rolled into the truck. I'm not sure exactly why he sold the whole collection, but I know one of the reasons is he was putting an addition on his house and needed the money. So
if there is another CB350K3 with similar miles or even lower miles, they will be in a museum or a large private or corporate collection. These kinds of bikes just don't trade hands in the private through private parties or the classifieds, period. Wildly popular, and I mean, let's face it, guys, these were phenomenal bikes in their day. High revving, super sporty, low slung. I mean, just great bikes to rip around town, and people love them. So all of the examples, even the ones that got in the hands of adults or even the one owner bikes, have real mileage on them. So this is a rare opportunity here.
Clean title in hand, so no issues there. Pennsylvania title. Also, I have the service ticket here. It went through the service department. And did Wizard or Bill work on this one?
Billy worked on this.
Billy worked on this bike, and there wasn't much to do. He just set the tire pressure. He did drain the fuel from the tanks and the carbs and added our VP non-ethanol fuel in there.
The previous owner, Mac, who was an engineer, had already done a basic recommissioning on the bike using original equipment with an NOS Honda Petcock, brand new fuel lines, just cleaned the fuel system, and typical Honda quality. The bike started right up. This week we drained the fuel out of it and made sure that there was ethanol-free VP fuel in it, mixed 100-to-1, which is healthy for a four-stroke of this vintage. Fresh fuel and fresh recommissioning, hardware and safety check. The bike's ready to roll or roll into your private museum collection and store for the next 50 years.
I just want to clarify, Kenny said reconditioning. This bike was not reconditioned. The only thing he added that wasn't original was the petcock and fuel lines.
It was a It was
and a battery.
mechanical refresh. The cosmetics are 100% original,
Well,
untouched.
well, when you say mechanical refresh, it sounds like it needed something rebuilt. There's nothing. It was just a petcock and fuel lines. That's it. And
Sure.
and clean the carbs. That was it. And a battery. It wasn't. It's always been mint like this, and we didn't have to do jack to it when we got it, except for what Billy did, and that didn't have to be done. But we like to run non-ethanol fuel in there, so we run VP small engine fuel. Set the tire pressure, and Doc had it down in the detail shop, washed and waxed it, and that was about it. It already had a new battery in it, so there's really nothing to do. It has the original chain on it, original tires. The only components on this bike that are not original are the battery, the petcock, the fuel, this right here, and the fuel line, and those are expendable items. So probably the most original Honda 350 on the planet. Certainly, it's got to be in the top. It's on the podium for lowest mileage in originality. So I'm a judge for the Antique Motorcycle Club of America. I've judged at shows for them, and I'm an ambassador for the Antique Motorcycle Club of America. I own the New England Motorcycle Museum. I've seen thousands of motorcycles come and go here. This has my seal of approval, Kaplan America seal of approval, probably the finest 350 we'll ever see. Why are we selling it? Well, we have a massive multi-million-dollar facility here full of motorcycles, and that's how we stay in business. We buy and sell motorcycles, about 50 per month. So mostly classic bikes that get shipped all over the world by clients that buy them that are maybe in the UK or Japan. Very few of them sell in New England. I've never quite been able to figure that out. Most of them go down south to Florida, Texas, or California, which leads me to the next thing, shipping. Don't worry about shipping. We have insured and closed transport. Ship it anywhere in the country for about $500. Even get it to the UK for $7.
Message us your zip code for a quote. We can hook you up with the right people to get it to your facility safely. Door-to-door transport. Leave it here at the museum for as long as you like. But guys, looking at the recent auction results, I mean, when you're talking about an example like this, really any classic motorcycle or car, one of the major factors determining the values will be mileage and condition. With an example with an outrageously low odometer count, stuff in this category can go for as much as twice as number one book, sometimes even higher. It will command a premium dollar at any auction where players are at.
Billy noted on the work order that all electrical functions are 100%. I just confirmed that. Even the idiot light for the high beam is working beautifully. The neutral light, everything. The back lights on the TAC and Speedos. So this is what we call a no excuses bikes, folks. You'll never find another one like this, pretty much guaranteed. So I wish we could keep it here, but finances dictate we can't. So we're going to let it go. Good luck bidding on it. God bless America, and God bless Japan for making some of the most fun bikes I've ever ridden.